Morning everyone. So today in English we are going to learn a new cluster for vowel E, which is et. So the last interactive session you were all pronouncing the sound of E wrongly. The sound of E is a, okay, not a. It is a, okay. So just like when you say you don't like something, you say a, okay. So that sound of E is a, okay. So et, okay. So now we are going to see what consonants we can combine with et to get three-letter words. Okay. So today we are going to learn 8 words. So previous clusters we learned 6 words. Now you have all got the hang of, or you have all started to learn properly. So ma'am is going to teach you 2 extra words. Okay. So it is always good to learn words. So the first consonant we are going to combine with et is G. Okay. So G. So sound of G is G, et, get. Okay, so let's see what get is. So somebody gives you something. Okay, somebody is giving you something and you get it. Okay, so your mama is giving you chocolate, but you get the chocolate. Okay, so that is getting. Okay, so you tell me, ma'am, yesterday I got chocolate. Yesterday I got full marks. Yesterday I got a new dress. So that is called get. Okay, so that is called get. The next consonant we are going to combine is J. Okay, the sound of J is J. So J, et, jet. So all of you have seen, especially boys would have seen jet planes, isn't it? So these are called jets. So jet planes in short are called jets. So you use that in, like our army uses it for fighting in wars. They have missiles and things attached to it. And they move very fast. Okay, that is why they are called jets. Because they move very fast. The speed is so much that you cannot move at that speed in your car or jeep or anything. So they are called jet planes or jets. Okay. The next consonant we are going to combine is M. So the sound of M is M. So met, et, met. Okay. So when people meet, okay, when they come together to exchange ideas, or when they come together, it is called a meeting. Okay, so you know your papas go for meeting, your teachers go for meeting. So what is meeting? When people come together in one place to talk, that is called meeting. Okay, so when you say that in past tense, so like if ma'am said today I have a meeting with my friends, tomorrow I will tell you yesterday I met my friends. Okay, so that is called met. Okay, met, that is a past tense of meet. All right. The next consonant we are going to combine with et is L. The sound of L is L. Okay, so L, let. Okay. So now when you have a house to rent, that means somebody else's house you're staying with paying money. That is called rent. So if for example, if ma'am has a house and ma'am is not staying in that house, but ma'am wants somebody else to stay in that house to get money, so that is called letting the house. Okay, it is called letting the house. So ma'am will put a notice in front of the house saying to let. That means the house is empty and anybody can come and stay in the house by paying money. Okay, that is called to let. Now there is another meaning for let, which is to allow. Okay, so if some of you comes and ask me, ma'am, can I go to the toilet? So ma'am, I will allow you to use the washroom. That is called to let. To allow also means to let. Okay. The next consonant is P. So the sound of P is P, P, et, pet. So all of you know what a pet is. So last circle time we all met our pets. Okay. So a pet is like an animal you keep at home. Okay. So it is called a pet. So some of you had fishes, some of you had dogs, some of you had cats, some of you even had a hen. Ashwita had a hen. So pet animals are those animals you keep at home, you love them, you take care of them. Okay, so the most common pet animal is dogs and cats. Okay. The next consonant is N. The sound of N is N. Net. Okay, N, et, net. So you know what a net is. Usually you have seen nets being used by people to catch fish, or even sometimes people use nets to cover things, like your mama puts chili or something, mangoes in front of your house to dry, and then to avoid a crow or some animal coming and taking it, your mama might put a net over it. Okay, that is called a net. Okay, this is a fishing net. You can also use nets. No, we don't use probably, but some places where there are mosquitoes, so in the night when they sleep, they cover their bed with net so that the mosquito doesn't go inside and bite them. Okay, so that is called a net. The next consonant is V. The sound of V is V. Okay, so the sound of V is V. So V, et, vet. So a vet is a doctor who looks after animals. Okay, so we all go to GH when we have, or you go to your estate hospitals when you fall sick, don't you? So you go, the doctor puts a stethoscope in his ears and look at your chest and check your temperature and things like that. And so you have a doctor who looks after you. Now there are special doctors who look after animals. They are called vet. Now vet is the short form. We call the doctors veterinary doctors. So vet is a short form of veterinary. Okay, so vet are doctors who look after animals. Okay, and the last consonant is W. The sound of W is V. So V, et, vet. Okay, now don't confuse between the sound of V and W. V says V, V, and the sound of W is V. Okay, so you know what it is to get wet. Okay, now because especially it's raining, you would want to go out and play in the rain. So when you go out and play in the rain, you get wet. Okay, so if you're holding, this girl is holding an umbrella, she's not getting wet. So if you remember when you came to school last year, and some people forgot to bring your umbrellas, so you would have got a little bit wet, isn't it? So that is called getting wet. When you wash your hands get wet. Okay, so that is called wet. So we'll just revise. So first one we learned get. Sound of G is G, et, get. So somebody gives you something and you get it. Okay, next one is jet. Sound of J is J, J, et, jet. A fighter plane or something which moves very fast, that is called a jet. Then you have met. Met, as ma'am said, it is a past tense of meeting. So when people come together, that is called a meeting. And when you tell it in the past tense, that is called met. Then next one is let. Let. That means, it also means to allow to do something, or to give the house or any space for rent. Next is pet. Pet. Any animal you keep at home and you look after them, that is called a pet. Net. Net, you know what a net is. Vet, doctor who look after animals are called a vet. And wet, that means to get drenched in rain or in water. Okay, that is called wet. Alright, so did you all understand et words? Alright, thank you.